Hello, everyone, and welcome to 11 Foot Pole, a tale of high adventure. My name is Glenn. I'm the game master for this session, and joining me around the horn is. Tell us about your character. What are you playing? And what's his name?
Oh, let's see. The player's name is Neruf.
Naroff. All right, and also joining us, one of the Indiana boys is Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing an elf named Veritan. It's been about 30 years since I've played the game, so it'll be fun to get back into it.
All right, we're joined by Darren.
I'm playing a first level hunter named Carrot.
And finally, JP.
Wait, we're supposed to be first level? My name's John, and I'm playing a dwarf named Thorgus Runebane.
All right, so we're going to be playing Old School Essentials in the Dolmenwood setting. This is our first session, just getting started. Jason, I wanted to let you know a little bit about the church in Dolmenwood. There's a document in the Dropbox about it, but basically, try to think of the church in the Dolmenwood setting as kind of like the stereotype of the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages. Okay, so you've got all these saints that are worshipped, and Ezra is the name of the actual goddess herself, and she is revered as maiden, mother, and crone of this religion. But most of the actual stuff that we're going to interact with are the various saints. All the different churches and shrines and everything are named after, the saint of this and the saint of that. And the church definitely has inquisitors and witch hunters and bishops and all that kind of stuff that you think about in the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages. And you're a first level cleric, so you don't have any spells yet. You have to level up before you can cast any spells, right?
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Uncle Gary. So, that's harsh.
It is.
At least our elf gets to cast spells. Speaking of which, Veritan, did you choose your spell?
No, I have not. I'm printed out the page so I can go figure out what that's going to be.
So, those first level spells in OSE are pretty badass. Sleep is a pretty good spell. Also, you can cast light on somebody's eyes and blind them for the duration if they fail their save. So choose wisely, because those first level spells are pretty badass.
Okay.
So what if I was to open? I'm going to need to get better at jumping around between all these documents. Or I could put them all in the same folder. Crazy idea. I could put them all in the same folder. How did I do that? Oh, you guys can't see it, though. Dolmenwood referees map. Don't want to share that by accident. Did you guys see the player's map?
Yes.
It's also in the Welcome to Dolmenwood.
You're also going to need your reading glasses. So small.
Yeah, why can't I find that document?
In the Dropbox.
Witches, shrines, dependencies. Here we go. All right, so if your files are too powerful. Pardon me, guys. Okay, it doesn't want to be loaded. Interesting. Well, you can find it in the Dropbox. I can't think of how to show it to you. something else I'll have to work on. But basically, there's a black and white map of the whole Dolmenwood, and so Dolmenwood is this forest that was built up around this fallen elven kingdom, or grew up around this fallen elven kingdom, right? The empires of man have kind of taken over this area in the last few hundred years, and people have started to settle in different parts of the Dolmenwood. There are little towns and outposts. But all of the trails through the Dolmenwood have been seeded with iron filings and stuff to kind of keep fairies away, right? So anytime you step off the path, it's just like Gandalf told Bilbo and the dwarves. It's like, once you're in the Mirkwood, don't step off the path, whatever you do, right? People think the same way about the Dolmenwood. You're fine in there until you try to step off a path. But of course, off of the path is where all the riches from that fallen elven kingdom are. So you guys have come to the town of Langshorn. Now, how do I close that? Good Lord, what a day. Pardon me, gentlemen. There we go. So you guys have come to the town of Lankshorn, and if you click on the image there in the chat, the second image in the chat, you'll get kind of a picture of Langshorn, and we'll use the numbers on that map for the locations. But as you guys are approaching, the thing you notice, the thing you notice right away is the that kind of church steeple that you see in the map. Can all you guys click on the map and bring it up in the chat? Darren, you're looking like you don't know what I'm talking about. You got it?
Yeah, no,
okay.
I got you.
So number one there is this tower that the steeple of the church has this bonfire burning at the top, like the signal towers in the Lord of the Rings, right? And they keep this burning day and night. They're constantly hauling wood up there and keeping this thing burning so that woodcutters and other travelers who are out in the forest, if they do get lost in the treacherous woods, from miles away, you can make out this light through the trees and you can make your way back to Langshorn. So the basic premise is people come to Langshorn, adventurers come to Langshorn because there's riches out there in these fallen, lost, elven ruins, right? So you guys are adventurers who have come to Dolmenwood specifically looking for money to level up with. Is everybody with me so far?
Yep.
You guys are awful quiet. I'm feeling very insecure. All right. So, which two of these characters met first to form this little adventuring group? I assume it wasn't the dwarf and the elf. So,
I think it would kind of make sense for. Is it Eris or Aris?
Arith.
Garrett.
Aerith.
Eris?
Okay.
Eris
Rith.
being a hunter.
You messed up now, Rith. Sorry.
I think it might make sense for Eris to have met either Vartan or Gorgus as he was out doing his thing in the Dolmenwood. Probably more so Vartan the elf.
That's cool.
Works with me.
Okay, so Vartan, you're an elf, but you're not
Right.
a Dolmenwood elf. You're not a fae, right? Your people came out of the Feywild, basically, out of the fairy realm, and have been living for generations among mortals, right? So you coming to the Dolmenwood, it's kind of like you're as much of an outsider as these filthy mortals would be, right? And what specific elven treasure has your character learned about that he wants to find?
I hadn't thought about it that far.
Well, what do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah, is it a crown? Is it a ring? Is it a sword? Is it a book? What do you want to do?
I think it's probably a sword.
Okay.
Some sort of elvish, like a elvish sword that's been lost for generations.
Uh-huh. What about Bright Nail as a name?
Okay. Sure.
No, they wouldn't use nail.
Blade.
Bright Blade? That's not bad.
Or they'd use star or some sort of celestial.
Or the Bright Blade.
Oh, I like Bright Star. Yeah. It's a little bit 70s cartoon, but I like it. All right.
With solo lead.
Better than Lone Star.
Right. Wasn't there one that was Black Star? Or am I imagining
Black
that? Yeah. Okay. All right. So you came looking for Bright Star, and you found some companions. You went into the forest. You had heard some rumors about where it might be, and it turns out the companions that you hooked up with were a bunch of con men and thieves, right? So their plan was to take you out in the Dolmenwood, a little bit out of sight of civilization, rob you, leave you naked, and which they were in the process of doing when Aerith came out of the woods and decided to help you out. Now, Aerith, had you come across this band of dishonest guides before, or was this your first time seeing them?
I knew who they were.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Usually I gave them a pretty wide berth.
And
They're trouble.
and how did that encounter end? Did you chase them off? Did you murder them all? Did you sneak in and rescue him and get away?
See, if we snuck in, then they're still out there to be a plot device. I think we should kill them all. but at first
Okay.
level, I think it's more likely we stealth him out. That somehow we pull
No,
him
this
out
is just you at this point. This is just you two. Okay. All right.
That he and I got away. More likely than we
There
just
you
took
go.
on this whole bit.
I mean, if you had killed them all, I could still have all of their brothers and older uncles come to get revenge. So don't do me any favors, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Thorgus, what is your attitude towards elves in general?
Indifferent.
Okay.
I've come across some good elves. I've come across some bad elves. So it's really just take it as they come and how they rub me, right way or wrong way.
Okay. Is it Arith? He walked off. Well, I guess it's not him then.
He's got his cloak of invisibility on.
Right? Veritan,
I've been
after he rescued you, what what ailment or poisoning or something? There was a reason why you ended up seeking out Naroth, the cleric. What was wrong with you after he rescued you that you guys ended up meeting Jason's character?
I had dysentery.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that the elf had a really bad case of poison ivy, which just seemed really funny.
Well, I think my cleric is going to be of that order that attempts to deal with the undead.
All right.
So it was one of those selections, and I don't even know where I saw that. But there appears to be some issue happening there with undead creatures.
Yeah, I think that would have been in the Dropbox. There was a whole document just about religion, and I think it would have been in there.
If that gives any flavor to the direction that Naroth is in terms of how characters, that's his focus.
Yeah. So
You think it would make undead poison ivy, you're thinking?
I don't know.
it's the worst kind, really.
Well, it is the Dolmenwood.
Right. Let's see. Regions, equipment. Come on, Gavin. Church of the One True God. Document 24. The Saints of Dolmenwood. Or was that in the I would have had to have been in here, but I sure don't see it. Oh, here we go. Clerical orders. Order of Saint Faxus is witch hunters. The Order of Saint Sedge are crusaders who make it their holy war on lands where the church is contended. The Order of Saint Cygnus are the lich wards, those who watch over the dead and hunt revenant corpses and spirits, which, in defiance of God, rise from the grave. So you're a member of the Order of Saint Cygnus, Hignssignis. So you had to, you kind of left the monastery there, or the nearest major church establishment, because I think you were kind of the what's Mel Gibson's character in Lethal Weapon? Anyway, you were that guy. You were the cop. You were the undead hunter who was prone to kind of going off half cocked and being like, oh, let's just head up to Castle Ravenloft in the middle of the night and take care of business. And some of the more cool headed members of the Order of Saint Cygnus were like, you need to be careful, methodical, blah 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 blah. And you were just more like, how does that sound?
Who was the guy in Fright Night?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, the movie, the old vampire hunter.
Sorry.
Yeah, Roddy McDowell.
Yeah,
Roddy
Yeah,
McDowell.
I'm thinking more like Roddy McDowell.
Okay. And what was you got to fill me in on what the situation was there, because I don't know.
Well, he was an actor playing the part, I think, of a vampire killer on TV, right? And he gets recruited to actually kill vampires, right?
This is not a joke campaign. This is not a.
No, serious.
How is your cleric? Tell me how that would work. Go on.
Well, it's one thing to think about, doing something, and then it's actually something else to actually do it, right?
Right.
So, I guess in that scenario, he was thought to be something more than he was.
And
Okay.
this is the first reference. This is our first reference to our sub game category of classical '80s movies,
Right.
Nice.
and that, which will be many,
Nice.
many.
Right.
of those.
Every time somebody references an 80s movie or TV show, you have to take a drink.
Whatever you're drinking.
I like all of that. The question is, Jason, how does Naroth end up out here on his own, going into the Dolmenwood looking for treasure? Right? So maybe like when he first joined up with these other guys, it sounded like a good idea. You know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be that somebody sent him out here or whatever.
Glenn, when Matt and I did we
Bored with the normal monk life, so he or the cleric life, so he went looking for the adventures that he had heard rumors of.
Could be. Darren, what were you saying?
I think what if when I was rescuing Matt, we came across something that scared the hell out of us, and we had to go over to Jason to get some information. This is the undead piece that's in Jason's neck of the woods, and maybe he's a little reluctant, but we can't go back to face that undead thing without him.
Naroth, what do you think about that? Jason, you're freezing up.
Yeah, that works with me. I mean,
Sure.
Okay. All right. So then it's just a question of how Thorgus Runemane ended up as part of your treasure hunting team. So let's say, so the three of you guys went back out to this site that you discovered after you rescued Veritan. Right? You guys went out there with this cleric, and Thorgus, were you like already there digging out treasure? Were you did you meet him along the way?
Yeah, I was actually in town on a construction job, and we ran out of materials, and so as the lead contractor on said job, I had to go out and get my supplies, and I didn't want to pay someone for that, so cut out the middleman. You know, Dorgus kind of has a somewhat love for the coin, so he just went out and was trying to provide his own supplies.
And this is eventually going to lead to you being a professional treasure hunter and monster hunter in the game, because that's where we're going.
Yes, but because he does have that love of the coin, and then once he figures out that, hey, there's more coin and more wealth in treasure hunting and monster hunting and slaying than there is in construction, and probably a lot less headaches having to deal with, you know, the subcontractors and everything. No offense to subcontractors out there. Jason,
Okay.
you were one once. So.
Oh, those filthy subcontractors.
Love that you'd rather deal with the dead creatures than subcontractors. That's awesome.
That tracks. Yeah. All right. So so you guys have gone out and done that. You ran into him there. You guys killed a bunch of undead. You came back, probably to High Hankle, and the wonderful arms and armor that you're wearing now is where you spent all the gold from that first adventure. And
Of course it is.
you guys were like, man, you know, we seem to make a pretty good team. What if we went up to Lankshorn? I am crazy. I guess I have to silence my phone when we do this.
Sorry, that was me.
I know. I got to silence it anyway. Let's do that. All right. So you guys head on up to Langshorn, right? And you see, oh, wait, I can do this too. Watch this. I can get on Discord here and probably, maybe, send a message. Let me try this, guys. JP, can you not hear Darren? Darren, say something.
Every so often.
Yeah, your connection isn't the best, Mr. Bickle. I dread to inform you. Damn it. All right, so if you guys open the chat, should be an image, a couple images a friend did for me of this this torch, this beacon in Langshorn. Okay, so there's that. Why does this not want to focus? How's that? Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. All right. So, as you approach the town, give me a time, guys. I will get used to this. You guys approach the town there from the south on number 12. Has everybody got that picture? Okay. So this is the hedge-lined country road that winds up through the rustic farmlands towards Langshorn from the High Hankel. You guys get into town. The main two things you notice. What is Area 8? Is that important? Oh, yeah. So you come into town there. On the left, or on the right, you see a slate-roofed, pebble-walled forge with a chimney of stacked slate. That is obviously the blacksmith of the town. Do you guys have any business with the blacksmith, or do you head into the town square?
Well,
Don't everybody speak at once.
Hopefully my sword's already sharp, so.
It is. It is. All right. So you head on into town proper, and you reach Area 2, which is, of course, the market. Somebody roll a D8 for me. Does everybody have dice on hand? Physical dice?
Yes.
Matt, 7?
I gotta remember which one's an 8.
Oh, Lord. No, you're right, though. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so today is a market day. Food, drink, and livestock. Stalls hawking local produce, freshly brewed cider, and a vast array of cheeses. So it's cheese day at the local market, but you see there, structure number 3 appears to be an inn. You guys have heard of the Hornstote Rest Inn, which is where all the adventurers go to find out about monster hunting and treasure hunting contracts. But you also see the church and, well, that's basically all you can see from here. The church with the beacon on top, or the inn. Huh?
Nothing.
All right, where do you guys go? You guys go into the inn?
It's usually where the information is. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't call it an inn for nothing. Information.
It's a wench.
It's a huge.
Wow.
This high-gabled wooden building of overhanging eaves and many-hued lacquered panels, a wide round door topped with a goat's skull, welcomes travelers and merrymakers. Sign, a white stoat, maybe he meant goat, with prominent red horns reclining on a luxurious purple couch. You guys go into the common room, which is cramped with high stools crammed against the walls and a cluster of 3 small tables in the center. The landlord, lady, Marjorie, comes forward and asks you, do you guys up in Indiana have the melting pot restaurants?
Well, there's around. There's one in Carmel.
Okay, so it's basically for our viewers, it's a fondue place, right? You go in and you get the kind of cheese you want, and they mix it up, and you dip all kinds of crazy. So I've just decided that the Hornstoats Rest, especially when market day is cheese day, all the tables are set up with little fondue pots, right? With little candles underneath them and stuff. And basically she takes one look at you guys. You guys come in, sit down, and before you can even order, she just comes over to your table with the right selection of cheeses and just pours a little white wine in there and just throws them in and starts them bubbling. And she's like, "Well, welcome to say what?"
This portion of the episode is brought to you by the Melting Pot.
Right.
All of your fondue needs for your family. Join us at the
Make your Valentine's Day reservations now.
Now. Sorry, I didn't know.
So she says, so I suppose you must be. So the problem, JP, is you got to like talk forcefully, or it like cuts out in my headphones. I only hear the loudest part of what you say. So if you're gonna say it, just go ahead and hit it. Anyway, she says, "Oh, you must be new to town. I haven't seen your faces around here before. Are you adventurers?" Huh? Cat, got your tongue? It's like you boys haven't role-played in 30 years.
Hello there. I am not an adventurer yet. I'm a contractor by trade.
Ah, how stereotypical of you. Wait, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. Yes, well, I don't know if there'll be much work around town for you. If you're looking to subcontract.
Some contractors, they're a nasty lot.
Oh, you don't say.
I just said.
Well, you'll have to forgive me for assuming you're adventurers. We have adventurous types come through town all the time. You know, people are wanting to head up into the Dolmenwood, searching for elven gold.
I don't want to speak for my compadres here, but I believe that one or two of them may be adventurers.
Yes, happens all the time. Why, that mysterious fellow there at the next table over just arrived earlier this morning. Says his name is Sir Dieter. You look over to where she indicates, and you see Sir Dieter, an aging knight errant type of guy, with his excellent drooping mustaches. He's sitting there. He's sitting over there by himself, and he's dipping river prawns in his cheese, so he has unusual tastes.
Yeah.
So I assume it'll be ales for everyone but the dwarf, and mead for the dwarf,
Make mine a double.
or Master Elf, would you prefer a white wine, a spritzer, perhaps?
A Truly or a White Claw.
No White Claws, please. I like what everyone else is having.
Very well, very well.
I like it.
What did you say, JP?
Said a Truly or a White Claw. For the elf.
All right. So she trundles off. You guys noticed when you came through the town square, there is like a Witcher 3 notice board kind of thing out there where you might be able to look for jobs, or you might approach the aging knight. What do you guys do?
Go talk to the guy.
Yeah.
All right. Who goes over? All four of you? Or just the Indiana boys? Darren, you spoke first. You're going over there?
Oh, sure. I'll go over to him.
Okay.
Indiana Boys made me think of the Tom Petty song.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Indiana Night.
It's so much fun to play that song on guitar. Well, good day to you, sir. May I invite you to sit down and share some cheese with me?
Oh, great.
Yes, thank you.
You boys look like you know your way around adventure, eh?
We like to think so.
Well, listen, I am a quest giver, and I'm on a sort of a quest myself. My name is Sir Dieter of Liza, and I am preparing an adventure into the Dolmenwood. I'm searching. He looks around as if, there's anybody in here who's trying to overhear what he has to say. He leans in conspiratorially. I'm searching for the wheel. Okay. I'm searching for the wield of Bazura the Imperishable. Bazura the Imperishable. Imperishable. Yes. He was a wizard. He was a wizard, don't you know? What did you say?
Did he perish?
Well, I believe so. The rumors are conflicting, and in fact, before I go into the forest, I was planning to see if I could gather any more information. But here's what I know. In the Dolmenwood, not far from Lake Longmere, is a silver-leafed oak tree. And underneath that tree is the entrance to this wizard's seclusium. Now, the information that I've received is that somewhere within is the Azure Serpent Blade, once carried by Sir Jorg of the White League. Yes. Oh, what an amazing feat it would be to return it to the chapel at Altberg. Listen, fellows. I'm not sure how many of these quests I have left in me, but before my time is done, I want to complete this one last great achievement. What do you say? Would you be interested in joining up? Cat got your tongue? He turns to the waitress. They are awfully quiet, aren't they? What?
We'll have to check with our companions, but it sounds like an adventure to me.
Yes, well, we'll need a competent guide who knows the ins and outs of the forest wood. Unless one of you fellows qualifies.
I
guess that's me.
You don't sound very sure. If I'm honest, you don't inspire a lot of confidence.
About 10 minutes in, so, it's not a lot of confidence here. Yeah, let us go check with our companions. And did you have a guide in mind, or?
No, I just arrived in town. Now, let me double check this. I have collected some funds, and I am willing to offer 1,000 gold pieces, split between whoever accompanies me to the Weald and returns safely to Langshorn with the Azure Serpent Blade. So, talk it over with your friends. There are, of course, many quests in Lankshorn, but I feel like mine is particularly blessed.
Okay. We'll be back.
So we head over to the other two.
This quest, for the viewers, is based on The Hole in the Oak by Gavin Norman. Wait a minute. That's reversed. I fixed
Not
that.
for us.
It's just like
It's fine for us.
It's
It's not reversed for us.
Really, but it's reversed
Yeah,
for the
right.
viewers.
Yeah.
I'll fix that
I'm
later.
viewing it.
Some of you
I mean, the viewers on YouTube are legions of loyal fans.
I mean, the ones that are making us filthy rich.
Yes, well, the filthy lucre they're going to provide us by going to Patreon /11-foot pole. I'm stuck in this man's voice now. I absolutely love it. Everyone else you meet in town is going to sound suspiciously like Sir Dieter. All right, so you guys go back to your friends and are discussing this.
So basically, our piece was: do we want to go look at the message board, or do we want to go and do what this guy said? Right.
And
So
if you
kind of
are going to go with this guy, you want to try to go get some rumors, try to go buy some more supplies, stuff like that.
Anybody have a preference?
Well, if you shared that information with us, Orgus's beard kind of got excited. You can tell his beard gets excited a little when you mention the 1,000 gold, and he says, 1,000 gold divided 4 ways. That's more than I'm making 4 jobs. I'm in.
might only go 3 ways if one of us doesn't make it back.
Or 1 way. Even better.
Okay, and we're in the evil campaign. All right, that happened fast.
I say let's go and let's try this and get this moving and see if we can start tracking down rumors.
I'm all for helping Dirk the Daring out.
That's right.
Okay. What about now? Now it's backwards for you guys and forwards for the viewers, right?
Yeah.
We can.
I think you're
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Upside
So we
down.
can deal.
All right. Okay, so everybody look at how many rations you have. Aerith, you are familiar with the area he is talking about. On this map, you would go north from Langshorn up towards Lake Longmere, which is up here, past where it says Redwaith Manor, somewhere in this general area. So it's pretty much all. You can get about half the way going north along the road, and then you're going to have to leave the road, probably at least a day's hike through the woods, could be 2 days, to reach the area. And then, of course, you have to find it once you get there. So you guys want to buy rations? You want to gather rumors? What do you want to do?
So you're talking 2 days out, 2 days back, and then however long we're there.
Yes, probably.
Thorgus would like to put his ear to the grindstone for some rumors.
Ah. Roll. Action. Underground. Mystery. Rumors. Roll a d10. As you kind of... Now, are you doing this like in the inn there, or do you like go out into the market and just start...
I would assume we're still in the inn, but if we left the
There's
inn,
not that many people in here, so you might want to go out into the market, or...
We'll go out to the market. I've been there before, getting a few minor supplies.
Narath, are you going to head out to the local church here?
Yes, if there's one in view. Mm-hmm.
There is. We'll get to that in a second. So JP, roll a d10 for me.
That would be a 5.
Oh, look at you in the Discord chat.
I'm putting some good stuff in the chat. Nobody's laughing at it.
I don't have the chat open here. Loud noises. What's that?
That's when you told me to speak up.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. All right.
Called in the imperishable. He didn't die.
Expired.
Oh yes, I've heard about the Weald. Some people just call that dungeon the Hole in the Oak. Supposedly, a great warrior of the White League was entombed in those caverns. A very helpful clue you got there, JP, seeing as that's the whole reason you're going. So,
I think I may have had too much meat to drink, and I just didn't understanding.
what about the rest of you guys? What are you guys doing?
So 2 days there, 2 days back. A ration. Forgive me. A ration. One ration lasts what? 1 day.
Yeah.
Is that what it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So does everybody have like 5 days worth of rations, or is somebody going to have to go buy some?
I have to buy at least one. Buy one.
Okay.
I got 4 right now.
You're going to need at least 5 this day.
Yes. Unless they send you off hunting the whole time. Darren, how many do you have?
5.
Everybody's got a ton of rations? All right.
You rolled the rations?
All right. Hey, works for me. Those quests will still be here when you get back. All right.
Might there be somewhere in town to hire any hirelings, henchmen?
Oh.
That might possess poles of a certain length.
All right. Let me double
Not
check
pole shaming.
my.
Not pole shaming anyone, but we do need a certain size.
That could be available in case there was a certain fatality to play an understudy role.
I'm going to pause the recording. If you guys need to take a quick bio break or anything, I will be back in about 25 seconds.
Is that how?
Well, I can't tell if it's paused or not.
I had to get a different flavor of Monster because the other one was in a white can. Didn't want them to think I was
Oh,
drinking
yeah,
White Claw.
yeah. Try closing other recording software. But I'm not recording with anything else. All right, Darren.
Cool. How do you roll his dice? And
So you type into chat, exclamation point, roll, and then just like D10. Try that. JP, was it you who asked about the hirelings?
Yes, it was.
All right.
Because all of my people are busy on the job site, and I don't want to go pull them away from that. So.
Right. You're out walking around in the marketplace. You've about had your fill of cheese for one day. But you do lock eyes with a woman who strikes you as probably being some kind of adventurer. JP.
What the what?
Her from her skull headpiece to her chainmail bikini to
Those
her
are fuzzy boots.
to her fuzzy boots to her shield with a angry moon's face on it. You look at her, she looks at you, she kind of gives you the slow nod and comes walking over to you.
Well, hello there.
Greetings to you. My name is Varla. Oh, wait. Russian is so hard. Can I do Russian? If he does, he dies. My name is Zanna. I am adventurer. You are adventurer, I take it?
I are adventurer, yes. I am now. If you are.
There are more quests in this town than you can shake stick at. But most of them are for chicken feed.
There are a lot of chickens here.
It is expression. It means they do not pay very good. I worry that all of the good ruins have already been looted. Have you had any luck in the Dolmenwood?
Is Dieter with us right now?
No, you're by yourself, buddy.
Not in adventuring. I've actually just been an adventurer for about 37 minutes.
Oh, let me check my stat block. Oh, I have been adventurer for a good long time. It says here my turn-ons are bloody battles, but my turn-offs are the scenic travel montage. Ugh. But I was born on the battlefield with a battle axe as my nuki. I am seasoned adventurer. Listen, if you find any good leads, you let Varla know. I like dwarves. They're all business. Yeah?
Now that you've mentioned it, and now that I know that we are both adventurers,
Yeah?
I believe we might have a lot to share in.
Oh, really? You have a, how you say, lead? You have a hot tip? Come, good dwarf, we go to inn and drink together, and you will, how you say, spill the tea.
Most definitely will.
All right, so you're back at the inn drinking with Varla, the potential hireling. You find out, oh God, she charges 25 gold a day to be a hireling.
Wow. That's not what I pay on the streets on the corner of New York.
That is not for whole day, funny man. Are those donuts? Oh my God. I'm just going to close the chat. I don't want the viewers to see the chat. I don't want to see the chat myself. Just.
Can the viewers see the chat?
If I bring it up on my screen, they can, yeah. So, but I closed it, so now they can't. It's your little secret. Whatever you say in there now.
Copyright and patent infringements going on.
So if we're figuring 6 days for the trip, that puts her at 150 gold pieces for that time.
I am worth every copper.
And yeah, that probably splits it into about that's what everyone's share would become out of it if we all come out.
Unlikely, but possible.
I was thinking more like along the lines of cannon fodder hirelings, but this one's kind of turned me on a little bit.
Well, Darren rolled while you were away from the mic, and this is the one that came up. So Jason, you arrive at the church. You're just gonna check in and get a quick, say a quick confession, get a quick blessing or something.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Father, forgive me, I'm about to do.
Right.
So at this church, is there anything that gives this church away to maybe pushing this diocese lead?
Can you say that a little louder? You were cutting out.
Is there any indication? Is it just sort of a church for everyone? Is this church away as to anything secretive about it, or?
It's called the Church of St. Pastry, an antique stone church with striking pointing steeple with the beacon on top of it. A riot of carvings depicting gargoyles and angels battling. The entryway is lined with white marble carvings of a friar, St. Pastry, laying hands beneficently on hordes of cattle. I'm gonna check
The,
in between sessions. I'm gonna check Gavin's document on what all the he's listed what all the saints are saints of in the entire church of Ezra. When you get inside, in contrast to the church's grand exterior, the interior is simple and rustic. Lacquered wooden pews, a stone altar, a 5-foot-high wooden statue of Saint Pastry, patron saint of butchers and well borers, like a well digger, like somebody who bores out a well, holding a meat cleaver and a shovel. So,
it's a butcher shop.
yeah, he's the patron saint of butchers and well borers. And out comes Father Edwin, who was just like in the process of kind of tidying up the place when you come walking in.
I agree.
Well, brother, welcome to the Church of St. Pastry. I see you're a man of the cloth yourself.
That's true, I am.
Ah.
My name is Neroth. And I've come this way with some companions. We're in need of some guidance.
He does
We're
the,
about to end.
you know,
Do that.
whatever the whatever the Church of Ezra does. Yeah, the handshake.
Secret.
Yeah.
We're about to enter the Dolmenwood.
Oh,
Is there anything? Yes. It seems fraught with peril.
oh yes. There are many fey spirits in those woods. Many people go in and either never come out, or worse, come out forever changed. I wouldn't go in there myself if I were you. Still, you're from the order of, what order are you from?
Cygnus?
Cygnus, yes. You're from the order of Saint Cygnus. I've heard that ravening ghouls sometimes run in packs through the Dolmenwood. So I suppose that's why you're going in. Get you some of that ghoul action. Careful! I've heard they can paralyze with their claws.
Well, as you know, as a member of Saint Cygnus,
Eh.
there are many tools that we might use to deal with the undead that lurk in these woods. Wouldn't happen to know where I might acquire anything that might benefit our adventure.
Well, I mean, I would. Unfortunately, I can only part with vials of holy water at the listed price, which I think is like probably 100 gold. It's very expensive to make holy water, especially out here on the frontier. You can't just bless it and say it's good. You got to have the special incense and everything. But it's funny you bring it up. Speaking of the undead, because I also am a quest giver. My quest has to do with Langshorn, the town we're in now, is actually where people moved after a similar town down the road called Lankhorn flooded, kind of fell into the swamp. But there in those accursed swamps, in the old church, in the old chapel there, in the swampy city, I believe there rests a holy artifact, the left hand of Saint Howarth the Accursed. Now, it would take great bravery and a willingness to face all kinds and forms of undead to go into that town. But if someone could retrieve this holy relic, I would be willing to part with 4 vials of holy water and a scroll of cure light wounds. Brother.
This would be very, very, very much welcomed. Perhaps we could strike a deal on the holy water.
Huh.
But,
What do you have in mind, brother?
how much would it cost to just pour some in my hands?
Well, I'm honestly not 100% sure what the price is on a vial of holy water. Let's see if Gavin Norman included it in the equipment list for us. Would have been awful.
It is, actually.
It is? How much is a vial of holy water?
I did see that. 20.
20 gold. That's highway robbery.
I think it was 25.
Vehicles and mounts. Weapons and armor.
25.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant the whole time. 25 gold pieces. When I said 100, I was referring to all 4 that I would be willing to give you in exchange for undertaking my quest for me. But yeah, I could sell you a vial for 25 gold if you're not ready to take on the challenges.
Well, what if I counteroffer? How about 10 gold now and 15 upon our return?
Chapel on the Cliffs is my quest. What do you mean? Like you want to take a potion with you now?
Surely.
And pay for the rest of it when you return?
Surely would help another man of the cloth, would you not?
Oh, why don't you roll a d20 and try to get your charisma or less? See what happens when you try that.
For 15. Less?
Yes, you want to get your charisma or less?
Less?
Well,
Yes. What's your charisma?
My charisma is 8.
And you rolled a 15? I'll tell you what, if you were this far out on the frontier as long as me, you've heard a lot of sob stories. I don't mean to say that you're not serious, you know, and that you're not that your need isn't real. But you know, I got to think about all of my flock, and you know, those potions are what I was planning to use to hire somebody to bring back the holy hand. So I'm afraid I can't cut you a deal at this time. Maybe if you went on some adventures and got a bunch more gold, you'd be better placed. All right. Oh, do you ask him anything? Do you ask him anything about the hole in the oak?
Hole of the oak.
The hole in the oak, the other quest. Do you ask him?
Right.
Do you ask him for any rumors about it?
Sure.
Roll a d10.
A 7.
Oh. A water dragon lairs in that forbidden place under that silver oak tree. There's the tunnels underneath are flooded, and a water dragon lairs there. Don't believe anybody who tells you anything different. All right, so Darren and Matt, what are you guys doing while these two have been talking to the priest and talking to the adventurer?
Matt, you want to work the rest of the bazaar and see if we can find any other information for the hole in the oak?
Sure, might as well spread the work around.
Each of you roll a d10.
7.
6.
Matt, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Let me tell you something that will be of great use to you, sir. I have it on very good authority that once a day, all the statues in that dungeon turn to solid gold. Maybe if you broke a piece off while it was gold, it would remain golden when you returned to town. Darren, you have to re-roll. Somebody already got yours. I hope you guys are all taking notes. I hope you all have a little sheet of paper to write little notes on. I know JP does. Right, JP?
Notes on my conversations, not theirs. There's no I in team.
3 was my roll.
Did you say a 3? Darren?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
An underground river flows through those caverns, and rotting corpses of the drowned stalk the banks in search of flesh. I've heard that the river that flows under the oak is the source of all the ghouls in the Dolmenwood. All right. Now what?
Go ready.
We're establishing there's a water dragon in flooded tunnel, and potentially ghouls, the source of all the ghouls that are coming from there. And once a day, the statues turn to gold.
Solid gold! Yes, these are all things you've heard. All right, so traveling through the Dolmenwood is what's called a hex crawl. There are procedures. And basically we just step through the procedures each day to see what happens to you guys as you head into the as you head through the Dolmenwood. So are you guys gonna head out the next day? Is there anything else you want to buy before you begin your first adventure? First and possibly last?
I think we need to decide if we're going to take, what's her name? Varla? Varla.
Varla with a V. V-A-R.
Varla.
L-A. Varla, yes. Yeah, you have to decide if you're hiring Varla, and then decide if there's anything else.
Varla.
Flatly, we can't afford Varla.
No.
It doesn't make it better.
Yeah, we were hoping for the red shirts from Star Trek, not somebody expensive.
Thorgus is not happy.
There were other people on that chart, Darren. I mean, this is all on you, man.
What's his name was free. Look. What's
Is anybody else concerned that this is sounding like an awfully big first level adventure with water dragons and the source of all the ghouls? That maybe this is a big mouthful to bite off?
That's a good question. Was the old guy coming with us, or was he just sending us on our way and paying us for it?
No, oh yeah, he's coming with you, absolutely.
Yeah, I say we take that adventure. He's at least wearing plate, and he's got a sword, you know.
Did Dieter think that us and him would be enough?
Well, Gavin says this adventure is suitable for PCs of first to second level. Note that as an adventure in the old school type, not all encounters are intended to be balanced to the PC's capabilities. Judicious use of stealth, parley, and trickery are to be encouraged in place of blindly rushing into combat. So
we are very deficient in stealth and parlay. And trickery. We're very deficient.
Yeah. So yeah, he does say the adventure calls for clever thinking. So that's that's a
Already
potential
we're
that's a potential shortcoming. But
Red flag.
Thorgus will explain that that she can't come along this time, but maybe next time.
Well,
I
you know,
understand. Everybody has to start somewhere. Possibly
well, he
what?
question. He's talking about 150 gold point for her at that daily rate. The money we get from Sir Devon is only what part of that. That includes any treasure that we get from this quest, right? So she might be a little bit more affordable than we think.
Well, how about this? How about this, Mister Game Authority? Since we're not trademarked,
Yeah.
how about we drink a little bit more, and I will try to barter her down to 100.
Oh, that is fine.
I will tell her. Hold on. I will tell her that we are seeking the serpent's blade.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if she's ever seen a serpent's blade.
You can haggle with her. Roll a d20 and get below your charisma.
I did not.
Yeah, she thinks she will wait for next opportunity. It is nothing personal. Maybe when you come back, she will still be here. Maybe she will not. You know,
I hope.
if it's not
that
meant
she-
to, if it is not meant to be, you cannot force it, honey. You know.
No means no.
Well, that is true also. But at least you will have Paladin with you. Old man. Okay. All right, you've gathered your rumors. You've got your equipment. You guys are ready to go the next day?
Okay.
I hear a chorus of confirmations. I assume most days the hunter would be kind of in the front. As you guys are
Yay.
traveling along the old road.
I was thinking more 2x2 cover formation.
I was thinking we put the guy in the plate mail arbor in front. Not my little giddy ass leather arbor.
But surely I've hired you to be the guide. Your very purpose of being here, sir. I wouldn't want to deprive you of the glory.
I like Sir Devon in front a whole lot more. I meant the dwarf, but I like Sir Devon on point.
Oh, you meant the dwarf, huh?
I like the NPC even better.
Who are you calling an NPC, sir? I'll have you know. What? I went over there to get a mini for him and totally forgot. Let me pause the recording momentarily. Today's episode of 11 Foot Pole is brought to you by America Online. Yes, we're still around. America Online. The worst part is nobody even has landlines anymore. Right? Like, not only has everybody got high-speed internet, nobody even has landlines anymore.
Wouldn't that make a great ringtone? The
What?
AOL.
The AOL
AOL,
thing?
Dial-up?
Yeah.
The dial-up noise.
Yeah, that one.
The bad part about internet, that bad part about getting my phone, I'd have a landline, but it's through the internet provider. So when internet goes out, I still don't have a phone.
Right.
Back when AT&T was, when everybody had an actual landline, if the power went out, you still had a phone. As long as it plugged in,
For sure.
as long as it wasn't one of the power bases like we have now.
Yeah. All right. Dolmenwood is crisscrossed with small, meandering woodland paths that do not aid travel in any meaningful way. Useful paths connect two settlements. Other locations are classified in two types. They're either tracks or roads. This is an actual road. So, the road you start off on goes from Langshorn to Castle Malbleet. And this is an opportunity for me to explain to you guys and the listeners. There are these forest giants, and I can't think of the name of them right now. And these guys were here in the Dolmenwood, before humanity came along. And so when the Empire first started, taking over this part of the world, they're called Firbolgs, Firbolg. You might hear me say Furbolg too. I don't know why.
Of edition we do not speak in this game.
Yes. They're also in the edition we do not speak of, but they're also from Irish folklore. And they're basically these forest giants. And the conquerors kind of set up a deal with these guys where they sort of were quasi-nobility in name. And so to this day, each town nearby the larger towns nearby have a castle inhabited by one of these Firbolg kings. And, oh man, I got to find out how to turn off the chat. So where they dwell in kind of seclusion in these dark castles and only come out, once or twice a year for some kind of official function or something. So you guys would be heading along the road that leads up to Castle Malbleet and breaking off towards the end of the day. You're not searching hexes. So I need to also make a mental note. There's got to be a way to have all of your characters' names on your little pictures while we're playing. I'm going to find out how to do that too. Darren, what's your character's name?
Karith. Karith.
Karith?
Karith. I'll type it in.
Okay. I just had my book with all my notes in it. Oh, Karis. I was like, Karen? Here we go. So you guys get off the main trail towards the end of the first day. And Karis, you find a little kind of deer path kind of thing. And you're leading the party along it. You have some kind of special deal where you are difficult to surprise. Am I right?
Awareness. Surprised only on the roll of a 1.
Okay, so roll a d6 and tell me what you get.
6.
Okay. A 6 is not a 1. So you are not surprised. Up ahead, off to the one side of the path, you see what at first just looks like a couple of dead bushes. But your eyes tell you that these might be sort of blights, they're sometimes called. They're like these twig men that guard the forest and murder unwary travelers. What do you do when you see them?
How many do I think there are?
You see 2.
And they're in the way of where we're going down this path.
They're beside the path, kind of probably waiting to spring out on you as you pass. That would be the MO of these beasties.
For those of us with distance weapons, are they within range for us?
What's the range on your distance weapon?
How's that? No.
Point. Well, surely. These are 5 feet.
Yeah, the squares are 5 feet. Okay.
So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squared?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, maybe 55 feet away.
Those
Why
are
are you
some magic
laughing?
arrows. Because the arrow was going to go kind of straight at him, and then you went like over a box. It was funny.
I'm
Somebody
just
else
trying to
got this?
measure as best I can. Hold on. Let me find equipment
That-
here.
Then you want to use
do.
my hand?
Somebody else has got a short bow, right?
Short
I do.
bow,
Yeah, I do.
up to 50 feet on a short bow is close range. On a long bow, up to 70 feet is close range.
So it's pretty good. If we just moved up a little bit, you could probably short bow with accuracy.
Yeah, now you don't, Darren, you don't know
know
if
that
they
they're-
know that you know that they're there.
Right.
Maybe we
Right.
could sneak around.
But
them.
but if you start, blabbing to your fellows, maybe they'll hear you. So, what are you going to do?
Well, we did. Somebody did see them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
give me,
only.
I would say give the sign for everybody to stop
Uh-huh.
as we're in the pathway, and then motion to the guys that up ahead we can see and mark that there's at least 2 of the things that are up ahead, and pull out my short bow.
All right.
And then which you guys has a short bow?
I do.
Nareth has
Matt?
one as well.
All right.
Doesn't there if the cleric have a short bow?
It does, but you know what? I shouldn't be able to use that. John, is that right? Clerics aren't allowed to use edged weapons.
That
For our game administrator to help us with. Not to be confused or mistaken for the dungeon master.
Right.
We can
Game
get
administrator.
we can get you some boxing glove arrows.
it says on page 22 of the rules tome that clerics may use any blunt weapon.
Right.
Any blunt
Yeah.
weapon. Oh, and then it
People
says
allowed to-
underneath here, they may use the following weapons: club, mace, sling, staff, war hammer.
Right. So, yeah, even though I lucked into that bow, I can't use it.
So bow was on the table for the cleric?
Well, when we rolled, yeah.
Oh,
Again,
Gavin, come on, man. Get on our level. All right.
Club.
But the elf and Karith, I thought your mic cut out, Darren, and I literally thought you said your name was spelled Arith. That's why I was calling you Aarith. I literally thought that was what you said. Karith.
What is it?
Karith. All right, so you guys shoot your bows?
Yeah, what do you think, Matt? Let's you want to aim for the same one and see if we can take him out?
Try to do double damage on him. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you're going to roll a d20.
Are we able to, based on how we are in the trail,
Yeah.
or would I shoot the guy behind me? Or okay,
Oh, really good.
This is you. This is Darren.
okay,
You guys just going to shoot.
okay.
So you're going to roll a d20 and add your attack bonus, okay, which is going to be your dex and then the attack bonus from your class. Do you guys know what that is? We didn't go over that before we started streaming.
No,
Okay.
I do not. I need a lot of bonus.
Out of the gate, I rolled a 20 today. How about that?
A 20?
Out of the gate.
Nice.
20 out of the gate.
All right. So, Matt, somewhere on your character sheet, there should be a place for your attack bonus, right? Like instead of Thaco,
Yes, melee attack bonus. Missile attack bonus.
It's your dex modifier that you add to missile attacks.
right. But your base attack bonus for a elf at first level is 0, so you don't need to worry about that. And Darren, did you look at the document for the hunter? Let's see.
Have it in front of me. What am I looking for?
With the level progression table.
It doesn't look like there's any bonus. At this
Yeah,
point.
see where it says Thacos and it has 0 in brackets?
Yeah.
That's what we're using. We're using what's in brackets. Thank you, JP.
Okay, so 0.
Yes. All right, so you're just adding your dex bonus. So, you got a 20 and Matt got what?
I got a 3.
Okay. All right, so Darren, you're going to roll your bow damage twice. What kind of bow do you have?
The short bow,
All right.
which is what? I don't know what die that is.
I'm looking it up. Oh, that's the cost. Weapon statistics. It's a D6. Write it down. All right, so you're gonna roll it twice.
And 5.
So 6 total.
Yes.
It's 2d6.
Keep that number in your head for just a moment. And oh, oof! How much damage did you do?
6.
12,
Oh.
right?
God. Yeah. Okay. So Matt, your arrow just flies past it. Darren's arrow hits it and splits it like you're chopping logs on TikTok, man. He like hits it and the thing just like whoosh, right down the middle. Okay, so now we're going to roll for initiative. Initiative in first edition in OSE is by sides. So I'm going to roll a d6, and you have to elect one of you to roll a d6, and whoever gets the higher wins initiative. Who's rolling?
I did the
Nayroth.
3 last time. Go.
Nayroth has it.
There you go.
Okay.
Too bad. Sure you want to?
I think
Well,
you can
got
beat
a
one.
1.
Oh,
Thank
reroll.
Beat a 1.
You got a 1, right?
Why are you re-rolling?
I thought he said he got a 1 also.
Oh, you got a 1.
I know. What did you guys get?
Jason.
Well, I got a 19 on a 6.
No, we're
6
rolling a
nine.
d6
I got it. Right.
for initiative.
I got a 5. I got a 5.
Okay.
5.
All right. Okay, so you guys get to go first. And so there is no set like who has to go first on your side. Darren, you're closest to the bad guys. What do you do?
I guess I'd take aim at the other one.
All right. Roll a d20 and add your dex bonus.
I have a 12 plus 1, 13.
13 is the number. Roll your damage.
5.
Okay, he is still up. The arrow pierces through the main part of him, and he like looks down and sees the sap coming out, and his little Groot eyes do this, but he is still alive. Matt, you're the next closest. What'd you say, Darren?
I'll
Finish him, Matt.
Finish him.
give it a shot. Oh my god, another 3. I'm wasting arrows.
You're consistent. You're consistently getting those numbers. All right.
Legolas, I am not.
Right. Sir Dieter says, how about them? And is going to move up. That's about as far as he can get. JP, you're the next in line.
JP, Thorgus is going to draw his warhammer, charge as far as you allow him to charge, yelling out a dwarvish warrior yell.
All right, and finally, Jason.
Okay, where am I located? Does that mean
You're
I'm
all
right
the
in
way
back?
back here, almost off the screen.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, great. I'm just gonna move me forward. That's where
All
I'm
right.
gonna go.
10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. All right. I fade into the to the brush and seem to disappear. Darren, you're not surprised. You're not surprised when another one comes out of the trees. You didn't see him, but that doesn't mean you're surprised. And you're not. So you're not the least bit surprised when one comes out of the bushes closer to you and tries to take its little thorny branch hands and just kind of tear into you.
Does it look like this is the same one that has moved?
No.
Is this a...
No, he's a slightly different shrub. As you can see here, I got you.
Yeah, I did the 19 seems likely. Well, it was a good adventure, boys.
Oh, God. I looked at the stats for a golem. I was like, man, he does a lot of damage. No. Take it down a notch here.
Put down those 4 d20s.
Can you survive 4 hit points of damage?
And
Okay. You lose 4 hit points.
Wow.
And that ends my turn. It's back to you guys. Okay, here we go. It's back to you guys. Darren, you're real close to the enemy. Why don't you tell us what you're going to do?
we're a freaking kill box here, is what this is looking like.
Oh, I mean, it's putting it a little,
All right,
a little dramatically. I mean, major injury box, probably.
Can I pivot? Can I pivot and hit this guy at point blank with my bow?
I think you would be at like -4 to your attack at a point blank shot. I think you have to switch to a melee weapon.
Does that take move if I switch?
As long as you don't move, you can just switch. As long as you drop the bow on the ground, you're fine. You can still attack.
Drop my bow, grab my longsword, and I try and chop this guy in half.
Okay. Give me your attack roll.
Why does my 12 sider look so much like my 20 sider?
That's a good way to end up dead. Yeah.
That's right. 14.
14 hits.
Damage of the longsword is what?
Probably a D8. Let's see here. There is no longsword. There's just sword and short sword.
So
and two-handed sword. Say what?
So damage on sword is what?
D8.
D8. Four. Right back at you.
He's up.
4 right back at you.
He's still up.
Little help?
I'm going to drop. Is it my turn?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to drop my bow and grab my short sword.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and roll another 3.
Never mind. No, a 2.
Oh, okay. Well, you're headed in the wrong direction.
I'm going to change
Wow.
my 20-sided. I've got 2 sets. I'm going to change to the other set now.
You have a significant death wish, dude.
Jason, you're close at hand. What do you do?
All right, so I see me there. Okay. What would the mechanics be of lighting an oil flask and throwing it?
Well, the problem is you're going to have to like dig it out of your pack or something like that.
Right.
So it's
take
gonna
more preparation.
Yeah, it's going to take a second.
Okay, I'm gonna charge this one down here that's already taken the damage,
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna hit it with my club, or try to.
Okay. Roll it.
My blunt weapon.
Wood on wood.
12 plus. You got an attack modifier?
You probably don't. Do you have a strength?
Based on your strengths.
Yeah, if you
based
have
on
a
strength.
No, I don't. So I rolled a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately. So you
Tree?
you hit it with your club, and yeah, it's just like hitting one baseball bat with another. It just kind of bounces off of him.
That's crazy. Now I'm up in his grill. Okay.
All right, JP, it's all up to you, man. Roll a d6 for me.
3.
Okay, so what do you do?
I rolled a d6.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with your
So-
round?
They're all having a gangbang down here.
Yeah, a little bit.
See anyone else? Or I don't see any other.
Yeah, you did. You
Furlongs.
just rolled that d6 to see if you see any other enemies, and you do not.
Okay. I will just throw on the air brakes and kind of come to a sliding, skidding stop and start to spin around, and come back. Yeah, back
I mean, you
down-
could get
down-
over there
I
and
could-
attack it if you wanted to.
I've got short legs. I couldn't get there. I'll just stop and turn and
Okay. And Sir
I won't come
Dieter.
back. I'll just offer.
Oh,
I won't come
okay.
back. I'll just offer my
Emotional support.
dwarven warrior tactical guidance.
So Sir Dieter is like, "Huh, have at thee, varlet," and tries to like push through the thorns and brush to see if he can get to this one, but it's like a veritable wall of thorns and brush that he's trying to cut through, and he doesn't get very far. It's my turn again, isn't it? I feel like it is.
Next round, yeah.
Yes. Well, the only person who's hurt me is this hunter, this human hunter man. So I feel like he's gonna. Ooh, a 13. Does that meet or beat your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
Oh.
Swing and a miss.
So you just get your shield up as this thing's, axe hand comes swinging down at you. You get your shield up at the last second, and you're kind of knocked back a little bit, but you're not knocked down. All right. I assume you attack back. Oh, wait. This guy's going to emerge from the wood. And so JP, you're looking over there and seeing what's happening, and we're gonna shoot this like in the Lord of the Rings TV show. The hands just come out of the bush and try to drag you back in. But with a 6, I'm probably not gonna get it, right? Okay.
I have to do better than that.
So these spikes like try to grab you and like rip at your shoulders and pull you back, but you're not hurt and you're not moved. So I'm going to let you go ahead and go first. You strike back with your hammer.
I do. I will strike back. Let me see how. Refresh me on the.
You're gonna roll a d20.
Calculation again.
You're gonna roll a d20 and you're gonna add your strength bonus, and then I think that's it.
So I got a 12.
I have an armor class 13. So you're swinging your hammer at him, and it's like he's too. It's like trying to trim your hedges with a knife. You know what I mean? Like you're hitting him, and it's going into him, but he just bounces right back. All right, Darren.
$19.
19? Okay.
D.
Roll your damage.
Matt and I are balancing each other out.
Yeah.
D8, and I did 1.
Okay. Do you have a strength bonus?
I have a 17. Does that give me anything?
Wait, say that again?
I have a 17 strength. Does that give me any modifier?
Oh, yes, it certainly does. I think it's +2. Yeah, 17 is +2. So you rolled a 1?
Yes. So 3.
I see, said the blind man. All right. So he goes down. Matt and Jason, you hear him kind of give a shout as this thing is trying to attack him. What do you guys do?
Am I close enough to attack him with my short sword?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
Hey, that's a little better. I like this die better.
Okay, what'd you get? What?
I got a 14. I have a dex of 14. Do I have a I don't know if I have a modifier or not.
You guys got to all write your modifiers down before next time. Agreed?
I got to find out where to find them.
It's on page 17 of the rules tome.
Okay.
What's your strength?
My strength is 13.
You get a +1 to attacks and damage.
Okay. And the damage for a short, I don't think we did a short sword damage yet.
Probably a D6. Yep.
Oh, no, it's 2D. Oh, D6?
Yep.
1D6?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yay. 2. Total.
2 total?
That's with my bonus.
Oh,
Total
okay.
with my bonus.
All right. Okay.
I used the other set of dice for that. I'm going to have to go back.
Okay. He's trying to disentangle himself from the brush and get back into the fight. Jason, it's all up to you, man.
Hey, so listen, in this gaming, is there do you play advantage in terms of surrounding an enemy?
Nope.
No advantage.
It's super stripped down, man. It's we're gaming like it's 1974. So yeah, you don't get any advantage for ganging up on him or flanking him.
Flanking him. Yeah, that's what I guess I meant to say. Yeah, flanking. Okay, let's go at him again with that club.
All right.
Wait a miss. For now, I'm in his face. I guess just move me up to him, and
I did.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
10.
A 10?
Yeah.
You miss.
Yep. Swing and miss.
So, if I were to retreat at this point, you would each get a parting shot on me. That's what we call attacks of opportunity in OSE. You would get a parting shot if I tried to turn and run. Although, just so you guys know for future reference, you can move back without drawing a free attack. As long as you're moving straight back and you only move half your total move. Okay? Does that make sense? So basically, you're not turning your back on them. You're just back doing like a fighting retreat. That is an option in OSE. But I'm not feeling that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a D3 to decide which one of you guys I attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jason, that's you, man.
Goody.
I got a 13. What's your armor class?
And you missed me by a mile. I got a 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you have a 17?
Like,
Your
Yeah,
skin
dude.
made of gold?
well, didn't you roll? What did you roll? Chainmail or plate mail?
Plate mail.
Plate mail. Yeah. All right, y'all's turn comes around. JP,
Me first. Me first.
go for it. I have
It's,
this many hit points.
20.
A nat 20?
No, a 19.
Okay.
A nat 20. So that's a d6.
Right.
4.
That does it. All right.
Break his leg like a branch.
I think we have to look for tonight when we make camp.
What'd you say?
Firewood.
I said we don't have to look for firewood to make camp tonight.
Right, right. Gavin, the thing everybody says about this book is how genius it's laid out. It's like the thing everybody loves about it. How many XP are these guys worth, Gavin? Why does it not just say right there what they're worth? Oh, it says right there what they're worth. Okay. 15 XP to be split between the four of you. Drink it in, gentlemen. Drink it in, gentlemen.
Do we need to keep up with our own XP?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Does that mean?
How do you recommend?
3 for y'all, 6 for me.
Well, since I missed twice, I'll take one less than everybody else.
Yeah, I missed twice too, so I'll do the same.
Well, wait. How does it work?
Jason and Matt will get 3 each.
And you and Darren will get 4 each?
3, 6. No.
14.
Who hit the most? Darren?
I think so.
Darren will get 5, and I'll get 4.
All right. All right. I love it when a plan comes together. You guys are really gelling.
Okay, that was the first time in this whole call. None of y'all sound like you're from Tennessee until you just said 5.
5.
That was the first.
So you write that on the second page of your sheet, for those keeping track at home.
Excellent.
Should be on the bottom of the second page.
JP, I did upload a different layout of the character sheet though to the Dropbox. So not everybody might have the same character sheet.
Well, they need to get on board.
All right, you guys continue another little ways and decide that it's time to make camp. Now we're going to
burn our enemies.
I'm dragging the leg of the furbog with me.
Those are not furbolgs. Those are twig blights. The furbolgs are the lord things. All right. So, you guys have to follow the make camp procedures on page 94 of the Dolmenwood Judge's Guide. Step 1, fetching firewood. It's always possible to find a little firewood in the Dolmenwood, but finding decent wood is more difficult and depends on the weather, blah, 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 blah. So basically, each person that goes to gather firewood gets to roll a d6. And whatever they roll is how many hours they find. And you guys want to find a total of 8 hours. So how many people go searching for firewood?
The hunter.
Yeah.
And
Well, the way I'm rolling, you don't want me.
hunter and the elves. They're both woodsy people.
All right. Each of you guys roll a d6. Tell me what you get.
3.
3.
Oh,
Made my
no.
face. We're gonna
I
be cold
need to go
for 2
help.
hours.
Fetching water.
Send Sir Devin out.
Say what? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So we all rolled threes?
He got the last 2 hours. He comes wandering back. All right, step 2. Given a fire, cooking pots, and ingredients, foraged food, standard rations, blah blah, someone may cook a meal. The meal should take a wisdom check. So this adds to your chance to get a good night's sleep. You guys have a fire, but nobody has a cooking pot, do you?
That's okay. I can cook on a flat rock.
Yes, but you don't get the bonus unless you have a cooking pot.
I
Camaraderie. Time
do
spent
have a high
around
wisdom.
time spent around the fire with one's companions may lift the spirits and induce restful sleep. A character may attempt to entertain their comrades with music, songs, stirring tales, jokes, so forth. That character must make a charisma check. Do any of you want to try to engage in camaraderie before bed?
My wisdom or my charisma is 8. Anybody do better than that?
I'm a
Please say
13 plus 1. I'm a 14 total,
Well, no, that plus 1 doesn't get added. So you're a 13, right?
Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm a 13.
All right. So what camaraderie do you engage in? Do you tell a story? Do you?
So a dwarf walks into a bar.
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably a story. I don't think I'm going to sing. I
Okay.
haven't sang since high school, so I'm not going to sing.
All right. Roll a d20. You're trying to get your charisma or less.
I swear if you roll a 20 now.
That should be a problem. Yeah, no doubt. I'm 16.
Okay.
Sorry. Or
So
charisma or less, so I'm well over that.
yep.
That is the worst joke I've ever heard, man. That is the worst story.
Right? Yeah. You tell the most discouraging, depressing. You tell the story about that guy who, that hiker who had to cut his arm off to get back to civilization. You tell a Dolmenwood version of that story.
We could have done the blazing saddles around the fireplace, fire dinner thing.
It might be the way you guys are going. All right. So now everybody needs to make a heal check. When camping in the wild, getting a good night's sleep is determined by equipment, warmth, and the season. Sleeping in the wild's table. So you have a fire. Nobody has a bedroll, though, right?
Eh.
JP, you have a bedroll?
No, I don't.
Okay, nobody has a bedroll.
He did before he rolled all that other stuff. Remember, he switched to.
I do have a note. I do have a note that says he wants to ride a mule if possible.
Yeah, I saw
Does that
that.
count?
No,
Does that count?
no. That's like having a note that says, I want to have a bedroll if possible. I mean, it's good to want things.
He's gonna spoon the mule, huh?
Everybody roll a d20. You're trying to get your constitution or less.
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
Do we add anything to it or subtract from it?
Nope. Just roll your constitution.
Hell.
Well, no, I didn't make it.
No, sorry. I did. I passed.
I passed.
Darren?
Yeah, me too. I rolled a 3.
So Matt, you're the only one who didn't pass?
Yeah. When I want high numbers, I get low numbers. When I want low numbers, I get high numbers.
All right.
I
So
think different dice.
everybody who passed, if you were injured, you get a hit point back. Matt, you lose a hit point. Actually, that's not right. You don't. Even better, you have to roll on the exhaustion table from Into the Weird and Wild.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff here. Those of our horde of listeners who have never got into the Weird and Wild, you don't know what you're missing. Matt, I need you to roll a D8 for exhaustion.
It's just the fact that I rarely get good sleep anyway, so I'm getting used to this.
Right?
That's a 10.
Well, under our 50s.
D8 looks like two pyramids glued together.
Yep, got it. Roll to 4.
4, nihilistic, disadvantage against magic and breath weapon saves. So you're feeling rather nihilistic, and just make a note somewhere. You have disadvantage on magic saves and breath weapon saves until you get a good night's sleep in a town, in a bed, for real. The next day dawns. Oh, let me roll for Sir Dieter. Oof. Yeah, Sir Dieter isn't feeling great either. He didn't sleep very well either.
I bet Sir Dieter has a bedroll.
He does. He does have a bedroll.
Well, if he dies, one of us gets it.
Wow. Wow. I'm used to playing with teenagers and they don't act like this. Holy cow.
And does he have that money he's going to pay us? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Sir Dieter could go any day now.
Apparently.
Over
Right.
a bedroll. We are not good people.
I'm not dead yet.
Right?
He's also a hunter, you know.
He is getting on in years. All right. So you guys exit for our listeners and you guys later looking back on this. You guys exit hex 0709 and you move into hex 0608 heading northwest.
Who's got the map? Who's charting our course?
I'll upload the actual hex map so you guys can see it at some point.
Out of all of us, I would assume Jason actually has X paper.
Well, I was sort of drawing a rudimentary thing when we went into town. That's been about it. I hadn't drawn.
How do you not have hex paper, Jason?
Oh, I probably do somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure I have.
No, there's like a hex map that I can send you guys that you can like fill in and stuff. Although Darren's character is supplied with both paper, pens, and chalk. So
Yeah,
Any.
I miss using those things. Really.
all right. We're going to do one more thing and then we're going to wait for next week, okay? So you guys are going along this narrow, or 2 weeks. You guys are going along this narrow trail. Now you're into the real Dolmenwood, right? The trees seem to close in around you, and the sounds of the forest are all kind of echoing and vaguely unnatural. And there's this pervasive feeling of kind of being watched. You know, like the forest is alive and it kind of resents your intrusion. You guys are moving along this narrow path, and you come into a clearing. Out of this clearing, there's a path that goes north and a path that goes southwest. But in the clearing, a big black iron cage dangles ominously from a dead tree nearby. This tree.
What?
Straw, a cage, a big iron cage dangles from this tree. The straw and bones from previous prisoners can be glimpsed through the rusty bars. In the middle of the mess sits an emaciated, wild-looking man. He seems preoccupied with cleaning his nails with a torn-off skeleton figure, but suddenly looks up and stretches out his arms towards you in an imploring gesture. Give me just 1 second, or I'll decide what you guys want to do. Don't everybody talk at once.
Can we see?
Is it
Can I
like
see it?
Chris?
What'd you say, Darren?
I said, can I see anything else around the tree? Is there anything that we can see of like anyone else behind that?
Roll a d6.
Four.
No, it's just like this little clearing. The woods kind of loom in on all sides and stuff, making the clearing seem stuffy and kind of small. And there's just this kind of crazy looking, homeless looking guy. I really don't have a good miniature to represent him on hand, so I'm just going to use a base with no person on it.
Job done. You there, old man. Old woman. What are you doing in that cage?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. He's in the cage. I misread this. It says in the middle of this mess, but then it was just talking about below the cage. Anyway, there's a cage hanging from a tree. There's a skinny old guy, or not old. There's a skinny, emaciated guy sitting in it with the castaway beard and hair and everything else going on.
He says,
Like-
I'm 37. I'm not old.
Release me. Yes, we're an collective.
I'm just kidding yourself.
Yes, I'm not old. I'm 37. Release me, and I will lead you to treasure. Treasure? What did you ask? I forgot already.
Yeah, what are you doing in that cage up there?
What'd you say,
Who
Jason?
put you there?
Oh, who put me here? Well, it was, my name is Ambrosius Clack, by the way. I think someone asked that. I am the most skilled and, if I do say so myself, handsome swordsman in the Dolmenwood. I am here because of a misunderstanding, I assure you, sir. I never touched her. You understand? It was just an unfortunate time when the maid walked in. I never laid a finger on the girl. Regardless of what the Baron may say. Do any of you have skill at picking locks, perhaps? And he indicates the lock on the cage.
Nope.
I don't know.
Perhaps, Mr. Good Sir Dwarf, perhaps you could strike the lock off with a resounding blow of your war hammer.
I'm sure I would be able to do that, but I do not feel so inclined at the moment.
Oh, please, sir. I assure you. I am a man of noble intentions. Surely the goddess Ezra would smile upon you for doing this charitable deed.
I don't know who that is, but how did you end up in the cage if you're the finest swordsman in the realm?
Oh, well,
I wasn't wearing pet.
I at the time of my unjust arrest, there were no swords to hand, if you take my meaning. That's why I'm here in my nightshirt.
Thorgus will turn to Dieter and ask him, basically, is this common practice for them to arrest people and just hang them random cages out in this area?
Oh, well, and not traditionally this far out into the woods, I don't think, but still, I mean, this is the Middle Ages. It is a dark fantasy. This is the sort of thing you might see in The Witcher Game of Thrones, so I suppose it's not completely unheard of. You know what I mean? What'd you say, Darren?
Genre appropriate. I said it's genre appropriate.
Yes, it's that kind of thing, you know. Which local lord was it who put you out here, sir? And he answers him. I don't have the name at my fingertips, but it's nobody from Langshorn. It's like from the next town over. Actually, he says it was that preposterous fool, Lord Malbleat, which is the fearball guy who lives to the north of town. What makes him think he has the right to pronounce justice on mortals? I haven't the foggiest, but as I was saying, I know where there is treasure stashed nearby. Now, certainly, treasure hunters such as yourselves can't turn down the opportunity to both do a good deed and earn some coin.
I could speak for the rest of my party here, but I am only a day and a half or so into the adventuring career path, and I'm not sure if this would be a prudent thing to do at the moment.
Oh, wait just a moment here. I mean, your beard twitches at the sound of treasure, as I remember.
I know, I'm torn, the inner demon.
All right, party vote. Matt, Darren, what do you guys think?
I always like money.
Anybody getting any sort of vibe that he's anything other than what he says? Is there any sort of any of us would have any perception? You're not getting our clerk getting any undead evil vibes off this view?
Yeah. Only first level. He doesn't have the sense evilness thing.
All right, true that.
I mean, you just kind of got to go with your gut as a player.
Okay, so we roll a perception check.
Nope. That's too new school. This is old school. You got to just decide, do you think this is a trap of some kind, or do you think the guy's legit? You just got to decide what you're going to do.
Okay. Oh,
I'm okay either way, but I'd probably lean towards letting him out.
Okay.
towards letting him out. I'm here.
One.
Yeah.
That's two.
Jason?
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, let him out.
So
All right.
I will go ahead and break the lock with my hammer.
Okay, so you hit the lock a couple times with your hammer. You break it off. The guy climbs down from this thing, and he's trying to stretch his legs out. He's been sitting in this uncomfortable cage, and he can barely walk and stuff. But sure enough, once he's able to walk and you guys give him a drink of water, he leads you to his treasure.
There you
A pile of pine cones.
Her name is
go. Juniper berries.
She puts the lotion on her skin.
Juniper berries.
These are my juniper berries.
JP, you released him. Roll percentile dice.
That would be, hold on. Oops.
details.
83.
Good.
The magic number.
Great. Oogly moogly. Roll 6d6.
Right.
You're still looking for 83.
No, I said roll 6d6.
Sorry. It cut out on me, yeah?
Yep.
A whopping 10.
A 6d6?
No. Roll. Really? D6. 6 times.
Sorry, that is wrong.
Yeah.
It sounds like me.
Too late. Too late. Too late.
25.
Are you serious or?
Yeah, I did a 1d6 plus 6 instead of 66.
Okay. He leads you to a collection of gems worth 500 pieces of gold.
Huzzah. Beard goes bing.
You guys
Could have
guessed.
been useful.
You guys guessed correctly.
Could have been useful. That.
All right. So to all our listeners, check us out on Facebook, 11-Foot Pole, and on Twitter and Instagram, 11-Foot Pole. We're going to be on Twitch, 11, the numeral 11 Foot Pole. And join us next time for more adventure.